Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Sam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just gonna go pick my size, and then after that I'm gonna choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back, so I'm just gonna get it as it is. I'm gonna click add to cart, view cart, and this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout, you fill in all your information, and then after that, coupon code Hussam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another Premier League lounge. Stoles is on his way. I am currently in contact with Staffy because he's supposed to be here as well, so I'm going to check if he's going to be joining us or not. Regardless, I appreciate and love every single one of you, whether you're watching this right now or on the replay. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're to do so. Every single one of you guys right here, right now. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. All my brothers' links are in the description, so go give them a subscribe as well. How are you guys doing? You guys good?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
Bro,
Look.
take me off the full screen now. I'm leaving.
Why? Why every time you're on full screen, it's like you're almost like afraid? Why?
He has to get the retro kit out because he's so depressed with how his current Chelsea team is.
Bro, 99, 2000 season or whatever this one is.
It was that Wise and that. Who was
that was like Wise, Zola, Flo.
Some tricky ballers in that team, man. I can't lie.
There as well. Yeah, bro. When
Ultra Tech that team, wasn't it?
Yeah,
what did they win? What did they win that team? Did they win out?
Bro, I'll be honest, I can't really remember. It's a bit before my time. I don't really know. They won a few bits, like a few like League Cups back in the day. I think they won an FA Cup.
Who are we talking about here? I'm so confused.
Cup Winners' Cup. What
that Chelsea back in like with like Solar and Wise and
yeah, bro, they won like a few Super Cups, FA Cups, League Cups, and that. No title, no league.
They were a good cup side.
No, they didn't win a title, innit? But they won.
No, they won a few cups though.
Fair.
Chelsea went 55 years without a league title twice. Anyway, speaking of Chelsea, let's start by talking about Chelsea.
Hold on. What about your 4-1 win against Barnsley? That'd be a good place to start, yeah?
No, we're gonna start by talking about Arsenal versus Chelsea. So that's the big game. You're not gonna duck smoke, mate.
No,
anyway,
I wasn't ducking smoke. No.
like and subscribe, chat. So Charlie, before Souls gets here, start barking for half an hour. Talk to me about talk to me.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised we lost. But yeah, bro, just more of the same, really. Just not good enough. Simple as that, really. There's not really much more to add. Yeah, Sanchez made 2 horrendous errors. But bro, we didn't really have any chances. Like the 2 goals that we scored with Garnacho, they were kind of both rebounds. Obviously, you take them and they obviously count, but we didn't create very much. Like once again, you spend all this money and you're looking at Esteval, an 18-year-old kid, to try and make something.
He was
happen.
good yesterday.
Bro, he was good yesterday. He was a positive. Caicedo weren't playing, but the midfield for me wasn't actually a problem. I thought that Enzo Fernandez was pretty decent, but it's the same thing all season. We lack quality in both boxes. We're toothless in the final third, and we don't have the required quality defensively. So all of this essentially comes down to the squad being put together in a horrendous way. Like you look at Arsenal, for example, they got an elite level sporting director. These lot left Madueke and Eze both on the bench. They both start for us last night. That's the difference. When you look at what they're bringing on, and yes, you talk about no Reece James, no Caicedo, no Gusto, whatever, Palmer and all these lot. Yes, that makes a slight difference, but the point of putting together a squad is that when you are missing players, the ones that come in can still perform to a high level, and it doesn't matter as much. But for us, it matters big time. Look at that bench last night. Garnacho, Shinwa from the academy, young kid. Bro, we brought on 2 centre-backs last night when we were losing. He changed the back line. The combination of the back line changed about 4 or 5 times during that game. And yeah, bro, we just weren't good enough. Simple. And it comes down to not recruiting properly. And, defensively, we've not...
LB, this is a full circle moment for us.
We've been okay. We've been okay defensively this season at times, but that's the worst we've looked defensively. And Rosinha, comes in. I get it. Managers want to try and put their spin, their stamp on a team, right? But when you've been here 2 minutes, your best players are missing, and you're in a cup semi-final, it's probably not the best time to start with this, wanting Sanchez to have loads of touches on the ball and wanting us to constantly play all these short passes at the back. That's probably not the best time to try that out. So scrap that. Let's go long. Let's just get rid of it or whatever. And there's no surprise to me. That's the worst that we looked defensively all season. His distribution was shocking. At the moment, to be fair, he's actually been all right this season. And I've not been worried about him, not been concerned about him. But that was back to the early days where every time he got the ball in the stands, in the crowd, you were nervous about him being on the ball. And I'm all right with the manager implementing that, but implement that when you've got the tools. Implement that when you've been here for a pre-season.
Oh, that's not how this works, buddy.
When you come in mid-season, there's certain things you have to sacrifice. You need to sacrifice that. We're 8th in the league. We're trying to win. We're trying to get into the Champions League. There's no point trying to teach a goalkeeper who's poor with his feet to try and be an extra centre-back. You come in and you do whatever it takes to get the results as quickly as possible that we need. You don't start pissing about with this situation at the back. And I'm seeing people saying, Esteval cooked timber and, so-and-so players were good. It's like, why are we celebrating that? We lost again. Another important match. Mikel Arteta has never lost a game at Stamford Bridge. Do you know how embarrassing that is for Chelsea? That is a disgrace.
That's crazy. That's actually wild,
Yeah, bro, he's never lost a game at Stamford Bridge. And, I've got Chelsea fans here sort of saying, oh, well, it could have been worse. We only lost by 1 goal. Look at the players we're missing. It's just you used to have a go at Arsenal fans for making excuses all the time. I'm seeing Chelsea fans just making so many excuses about the game yesterday. We weren't good enough. As simple as that. That's the end of it. We weren't good enough. If I was Arsenal, I'd be a little bit disappointed they didn't win by more goals, but they go to the Emirates and the chances of us winning at the Emirates are not impossible, but pretty slim. We're going to need at least 2 goals because there's no way we keep a clean sheet there.
Basically impossible.
But virtually impossible. Yeah, I fully acknowledge that. Look, in football, you can never say never, but I fully acknowledge that it's going to be very, very tough. So,
yeah, look.
Yeah, man. Not good.
Yeah, look, I think, what can I say, man? But obviously, Morocco were playing yesterday. Arsenal were playing at the exact same time. So I had one screen with the Morocco match, one screen with the Arsenal match. And genuinely, I was just as worried about both of the games side by side. Obviously, Nigeria haven't conceded a goal in the knockout stages. They were high scoring, on form. They made Algeria look very, very, very easy. You just didn't know what to expect. Same with Arsenal. Again, coming off a 0-0 draw at Liverpool, I was worried a little bit. I did think we'll beat Liverpool, but we didn't. But that's a conversation for another day. But listen, man, it was just, and look, both teams ended up getting a result. So big up the boys. You know what I mean? Arsenal.
We're not here to discuss AFCON, mate. We're not here.
No. You can never stop me. You can never stop me discussing my country, unless you know what I mean. Just
until you win it, we'll discuss next week.
Well, we are gonna win it. Demon Maghreb. Come
on, Senegal. Anyway.
That's fine. Support Senegal, you scrub. No one cares, bro.
Oh, man, you're a Liverpool legend.
Yeah, anyway. But look, I think Arsenal game, it's just another classic set piece that Chelsea couldn't defend, that no one can defend. These set pieces now are starting to become silly. Even as an Arsenal fan, I'm looking at it like, come on, with all the money that all these managers earn and all these experts and coaches earn, no one can stop these set pieces.
Just quickly on that, Souls, like we were doing something earlier in the season, right, where we would leave 3 or 4 players up on the halfway line, so then 3 or 4 less players in the box, less congested in the box, easier for Sanchez to come and collect the ball. We suddenly just stopped doing that now. And as soon as we stop doing that, we look a mess defensively.
Yeah, but no, I hear that. I hear that. But I'm just saying it's not only Chelsea.
No, it's not. No,
Yeah, it just seemed like every team we.
Funnily enough, actually, we've defended Arsenal set pieces the best, which is.
But
hilarious.
you have, but we still scored them against you. That's the
No, you
problem.
haven't. This season, you haven't.
No. I mean, we've scored set pieces against you, bro.
No, you haven't. This season, you scored
not
0
this
goals.
season.
Why are you talking about this season? I'm saying since we've started
I'm
these
bringing
set
up
pieces-
Arsenal set pieces.
No, I'm saying since we've started these OP set pieces, it's been 2 seasons now that we've been doing this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but the last time
Yeah,
we
but
scored
it's like
was last year. So we've had 3 games where we've defended really well against Arsenal set pieces. The
yeah,
thing
well
is,
done.
for me, I said yesterday on the football terrace, and LB was there. I said this game is going to be over by tonight, and I'm proven right. At the end of the day, let's just be honest about this. Chelsea ain't going to the Emirates and winning 1-0 or winning 2-0 and going through. They're just not. Let's just be
they're
honest.
not gonna look. Chelsea, look.
Arsenal, it's going to be an
hold
Arsenal
on.
City final. Let's put the
Hold
fries
on.
in the bag.
Listen, look. Chelsea are right. Chelsea are out. All right. Do they have a chance? A slight one. You know what I mean? We'd have to have a horrific performance to go and concede 2 at home and lose the game. If this was a home game, if Arsenal were at home and Chelsea maybe took the game away 3-2, maybe they could have a chance at Stamford Bridge. But ultimately, you can't concede 3 goals at Stamford Bridge and think you're going to go anywhere. You just can't. And that's just the logical way of looking at football. We pressed very well, held the ball better. Just had more quality in the final third. I don't understand why every time Saka comes against Cucurella, he just cooks him. Like he's Cucurella's nightmare, genuinely. Because Cucurella started well against him. Do you know what I mean? But Saka just always when he gets that ball, like what I love about Bukayo Saka, he's a proper traditional winger, man. Like he gets that ball, always trying to take you on, always trying to body you, always trying to use his strength. He's very intelligent. Very rarely does something stupid and tries to over dribble. Even for that third goal for Zubimendi, you saw what he did. Got the ball, one-on-one Cucurella, saw Moreno in the through the centre, gave it to him, then to Zubimendi, got past 2 and scored. Like that intelligence that Arsenal have in the final third, we don't actually even have the best quality players in the team. Our team isn't high quality, world-class players everywhere. We probably have we probably no, I mean in our attack.
But you're very structured, like
we were structured, but in terms
and very well coached, basically.
No, we are. That's what I'm saying to you. But we probably have one world-class player in our attack. Probably only Saka. So none of our left wingers.
Even he's not having the best season. So
exactly, and we're still able to tear teams down because we're so well drilled and we know exactly what we're doing. Like Zubimendi, who's a midfielder, can be in the box.
Let me ask you something so importantly. What's your attitude towards the Carabao Cup? Like, do you want to win it? Like, do you not care? Well, like, what exactly? Because this has been a thing in the Arsenal stratosphere for the last 48 hours.
Look, I've always said it. I said it at the start of the season. Arteta's job isn't lost or gained by winning the Carabao Cup. So it doesn't change how I feel about his job. For me, I said at the start of the season, he needs to win a Prem or a Champions League to be able to keep his role. Only because I personally believe these trophies like the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup are additions to success. They are not the definition of success. So if he was to win the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup and not win anything else, for me, that would never be a successful season, regardless of where we are as a club.
I agree with that.
But because we're a team that's going for the title this season and we have a good chance of winning the title,
there's an extra layer as well as souls. There's an extra layer. Big up to Stephen who points it out. Good afternoon, gentlemen. LB, we're coming for a Carabao Cup trophy, then we're going for the title. Come on, you guys. Big up to you, Stephen, and thank you for the first super chat of the stream. The thing that makes the difference, big up to you, Stephen, appreciate you. And I said this yesterday, LB, everything I'm saying yesterday is happening.
No, wait. Don't speak.
Yes.
Let me ask Souls a question, yeah? But you don't influence him, yeah?
Okay, I won't.
Souls, I got a question for you, yeah?
Yeah.
If you finish second this year, but you win the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, is that a good season or a bad season?
Bad season.
Really?
Hold that! I told you,
I think
LB.
that's mad. I think that's mad. We
That's
had this
a good
conversation.
It's mad. No. It's mad.
I gave you the analogy about them hunting in the woods. I told you. They've been doing this shit for 5 years now. FA Cup is not enough. I'm sorry.
No. That's no. It's not because of that, Hussam. It's when you look at it objectively, LB's right. If you finish second and win a trophy or two, a good season is only a good season if it's good based on what you was planning to achieve as a club. Our goal for this season is to win a Prem or Champs. If we don't win either of those two things, we haven't succeeded in our targets. So if you haven't succeeded in your target, how can you say you've had a good season? So ultimately,
the target. No. But wait a sec. You as a fan, you're setting your expectation to win the Premier League.
The club is.
No. The club's target should be to try and win the 4 trophies that they're going for. That's the target for the club. So if you win 4, well, you in 4 competitions.
So just so I understand, you're saying the club's target is to win the 4 trophies equally, or are some trophies a lot more important than the others?
Well, in terms of which one's better, yeah, obviously there's better ones and not better ones. But for me, when you're a big club, you should be targeting to win all the trophies that you can go for. Correct. So if you win 50% of the available trophies,
that's a good
season. Don't understand how you can say that's a bad season.
No, LB, sorry. You're missing a fundamental point here. If you win 50% of the 4 trophies, and one of them is the Prem and one of them is the FA Cup, but you miss out on the UCL and the Carabao Cup, you can look at these things this way. Football is not just 50. You have 4 trophies, you win 2 out of 4. No. Because different trophies hold different weights.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody knows that.
If you do the cup double, do you know someone? I don't know if this has been fact checked yet. Someone said in the chat the cup double in this country has only been done 5 times.
You done it, LB.
It doesn't matter.
We did it twice.
Well, it shows how hard it is to do. And how can you possibly say if you win 50%, all the teams that are involved in these competitions, and your club wins 2 out of the 4? You can't tell me that's a bad season,
LB. What you're failing to understand is Arteta.
I don't.
No, hold on. No. Hold on. Let me land.
They've been doing this for so long, LB. It cannot be cut now.
Sam, let me explain, please. Yeah,
like 3 years ago.
No. I'm sorry. No, because I get what LB's saying, but he's missing one fundamental point. That
well, explain it to me.
2 out of 4, theoretically, yes. If your goal is to win 4 trophies. Which one out of the 4 you win is very important. No, I'm not listening to that comment, because then now we're going into Arteta spent this much, so you should win this and that. No, I don't get into these theatrics, because I've seen teams like Chelsea, I've seen teams like United, I've seen teams like City, and I've seen teams like Liverpool spend big.
You cannot say us. You cannot.
No. But you spent 500 million in the summer. If you win nothing this season,
yeah, but we can. Yeah,
exactly.
The difference is, I'll say it's a failure, and I want a slot gone.
I just don't like bringing up money. I like bringing up what you have and what tools you have available to you. In my opinion, Arteta in the summer came out and said next season is the season that the team has to win a Prem or a Champs. Even the players have come out and said they need to win a Prem or a Champs. The players know, the manager knows, the club knows, and the fans know. Arsenal's goal is to win a Premier League or a Champions League. When you're looking at trophies side by side, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, theoretically they are all trophies, but they hold completely different weight. Winning a UCL and winning a Carabao Cup are night and day ahead of each other. The respect you get, the money you get, the status you get, the legacy you get with winning a UCL, you will never get winning a Carabao Cup. So if we win a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup and don't win the UCL and the Premier League, which are the 2 biggest competitions in the world for domestic league football in for English teams, and you are one of the best teams in the world, it's not a good season. Maybe it's not bad. Yeah.
No, wait a sec, right? Because for me, what you're trying to do there, you're trying to compare winning trophies. I didn't say that wasn't the question. I didn't say is winning the Premier League better than winning a double. I didn't say that. I asked you a simple question. If you win if you win a cup double, you can't tell me it's a bad season if you win a cup double. You just can't, bro.
You're doing the thing you did a couple of months ago where you're saying shit but not adding context in. You're saying if you win 2 out of 4,
it doesn't need to be fucking context. The context is if you win 2 trophies out of 4, that's a good season.
No, it's not a good season.
Wait a sec, right? So you're telling me winning 2 trophies is a bad season, yeah?
For Arsenal,
Wait a second.
Yes.
So you're telling me it's a bad season. Were you Arteta in last summer?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was you Arteta in the season before?
Yes.
Was you Arteta in the season before that?
Yes.
So you're telling me, you've been Arteta in for 3 years when you won fuck all, But you now win 2 trophies out of 4, and you're still telling me.
And then to add
so what have your
context,
last 3 seasons been?
and to add context, which what LB doesn't like to do.
What have your last 3 seasons been, bro?
Don't ask me a question and then repeat the question. When you ask a question, you have to let me answer it.
You know what I mean? He's asking a question, asking it again.
Answer the question.
Let me speak. He's failing to add context again, which is LB's
Bro, there's no context.
The reason why I was Arteta in the season before and the season before
is because I said on every stream, and the stream I said which I was on, the latest Arteta in that I was in the summer was that if you give Arteta the resources to buy the attackers that he needs, I believe he will win us a Premier League. I've always said it. I've been consistent with my opinion. You know, like Hussam, let me just make this very simple. Hussam, who is the best team in the Premier League this season?
Best team in the Premier League this season?
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Yeah. Okay. Who is the best? Who is the best? Are Arsenal one of the best teams in the world?
Yes.
Okay. When you're the best team in the Premier League and you're one of the best teams in the world, what are the 2 trophies that if you win them will show that you're the best team in the Premier League? And
Premier League or Champions League?
Okay. So if you don't win any of those 2 trophies, and you are one of the best teams in the league and one of the best teams in the world, have you succeeded in your goal?
No, because Liverpool in the quadruple charge season, as soon as the season ended, I said the season's a failure.
And that's simple because
you don't have what LB fails to understand is you do not have all these players and all this squad, and you build yourself up for the last 5 years to win a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup.
Yeah, hold on.
Let me land. I explained to you yesterday why I think the Carabao Cup is extra important now. You want to know the only reason why the Carabao Cup is important? Because it's going to be Arsenal City in the final. That's it.
Yeah, but
that's literally the reason why that final is extra important.
And you know what? If we lost the league, hold on. If we lost the league from today,
LB would jump out and say, and City won it. Oh, you bottled it.
Yeah, you bottled it.
Oh, we bottled the league.
No, but hold on.
The league. Apparently, we've had a good season if we win the FA Cup.
I'd cook you for not winning the league, but I'd still say you had a good season.
Yeah, but then you disprove your own point.
You contradict yourself. You contradict yourself.
Wait a sec. If you win the Premier League, if you win the Premier League but don't win a Champions League, guess what we're all going to do? We're all going to say still not win a Champions League. So you start a bad season then? No. Or as you like to say, Souls, there's context. There's context.
Sam, you're saying right that winning 2 cups would be a bad season, right? These lot have won nothing since 2020, and you're telling me that winning 2 cups is a bad season.
1 second, Sol. Let me answer him from
I don't like when people say this shit. I hate when people start saying you have.
I know you're triggered, but let me give him an objective answer, right? I'll tell you why.
What have you won?
I gave this analogy yesterday.
You won a Club World Cup and you won a flipping.
One second. Souls, I'll give a legitimate analogy. Yeah? If I send you and Souls to the forest to hunt, okay? Souls come back after 2. No, but hear me out. It'll make sense. I send you both to the forest to hunt. Souls comes back after 2 days, but Souls has 2 deers and 2 rabbits. If you stay for 2 weeks, I'm expecting you to bring back a buffalo because you've stayed for longer. This whole thing about Arsenal not winning a trophy for such a long time makes it even stronger, the fact that if they win the cup double, it's a failure because it's been so long.
For me,
that's your point of they haven't won.
That's just contradictory.
Your point of they haven't won a trophy in 5 years. Your point of they haven't won a trophy in 5 years is literally strengthening our argument.
Go back to the point that Souls
so
was
long
making,
that they're building this up.
If it's a bad year that they win a cup double, and Souls is saying it's a bad year, how would you describe your last 3 years?
Who, me?
No, Souls. And why have you still been Arteta in?
Okay, so again, I'm gonna say this again.
You're gonna figure it now.
It's not a fair question, Charlie. You just.
Of course, it's a fair question. It's a fair question.
Let me explain. Let me explain. And this is. I can't believe I'm having to explain schoolboy football to adults that watch.
Go on. 3 years, no trophy. Go on.
Okay. So every single year, your expectations as a club will change based on the players you have, the squad you have, the competition around you, and the recruitment in the summer. So if 3 years ago, we didn't sign any attackers and we had a lack of depth up front, compared to this year, where we have 2 attackers in every position. 3 years ago, my expectation wouldn't be to win a Prem or a Champs, but 3 years later, it is. You guys keep looking at football as 1 + 1 means because you're not going to win it this year. It means the last 3 years you should have had the same expectation. Please use your head.
2 years ago, the target for Arsenal was to win the title.
Let me
what was
explain.
that season then?
Last year, we went into the PSG game in the Champions League semi-final with just Moreno as our only attacker, and we had 7 attackers injured. Okay, listen to what I'm saying to you so you understand what I'm saying, please. Arteta in the last 5 years, why I don't like this argument that Charlie uses and that Hussam uses, you haven't won nothing in 5 years. Ultimately,
and that I used, I'm agreeing with you, Frog.
Okay, no, I agree. But I'm saying when Arteta first came to Arsenal, we had a restructure and a rebuild. Yep. Okay, so Arteta had to spend at least 500 million, probably even more, to switch out all of that crap that we had and replace it with what we have now. So if you're 16th in the league, if you're a 16th place team and you get an injection of 700 million and you become and it's a waffle because you don't understand football.
You're not answering the question. You're not answering the question. You're going around the houses.
I'm going to answer the question. Let me land.
The answer to the question should have been 60 seconds. We're sitting here 2 minutes later and you're talking about 16th place team because you don't know the answer to the question.
Let me land my point. If you're
well, how long we got, bro? We're on fucking time, bro.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Well, you talking over me is not going to make the time any shorter.
That's your question.
No. Let me speak. If you're a 16th place team and you get a 700 million pound injection and you become a 3rd place team, you've won nothing in 5 years, but you've taken your team from where you was to where you are now.
Yeah, but you weren't 16th.
No, but let me speak though. For Arsenal, where we was when Arteta took over, an 8th place team, when Arteta took over Arsenal,
no one spoke about that.
Everyone was saying, the pundits, everybody was saying, Arsenal are years away from challenging for the top 4.
Why are you going back 8 years, bro?
No, I'm gonna speak. When Arteta first joined, people said we're years away from finishing in the top 4. We need a big cash injection just to even get into the top 4. Forget winning the league. Because Arteta then started to challenge for the title, people's expectations switched and went, because you spent 500 million, you should be winning the league title now. No, it took us that amount of time and that amount of money to get from where we were to where we are now. Just like Man United, they could spend 700 million in the next 3 seasons and become.
Oh, don't talk about United.
Let me speak. Now, to answer LB's question, I've just explained to you why the argument of you spent 500 million in the last 5 seasons and won nothing.
Didn't mention money at all.
That's why it's not a viable argument. The second point of your question is this. You're saying if the season is a bad season for winning the double this season...
Look at LB laughing. You're the biggest
he can laugh.
Bro, he's been speaking for 5 minutes and he has no idea how to answer the question.
He's not gaslighting. Because he knows that...
The reason why he's gaslighting
you know you're cooked when you spend...
It doesn't matter. Hold on, Hussam, you don't understand.
If this season ends with Arsenal winning a cup double, LB will be the first person to go on YouTube and go like, Arsenal bottom.
He's a walking contradiction. I'm gonna answer his question now. Now that I'm gonna answer his question, now you want to stop me. Anyway, the point is, LB's point is, if we don't win, if it's a bad season for winning a double this season, which is FA Cup, League Cup, why was that Arteta in for the last 3 years? And we won nothing for the last 3 years. And I answered that question at the start, but LB didn't understand it.
And how would you describe that season?
The last season was a failure.
Which Souls has said multiple times to be fair.
Okay, the season before that?
The season before was a failure.
So why have you been Arteta in if you've had two seasons?
And I answered that 15 minutes ago because when at the end of those seasons, when fans said to me, well, you failed, why are you still Arteta in? Was because I said that I believe with a cash injection into his forward line, I believe he can win us a Premier League title. And this season was the first season.
That's fair.
This season was the first season where we've injected high amounts of money into our attack, which is why I think what I said in the summer will end up being true. Give Arteta money for his attack, and he will go on and win a Premier League.
Wallahi, you know, Souls is actually answering this question. Souls is answering
it. It did after 20 minutes.
You and Charlie are the biggest frauds. Let me tell you why you and Charlie are the biggest frauds. I'll just say one sentence and then I'll mute my mic. Just one sentence.
Yeah, one sentence.
The reason why you and Charlie are the biggest frauds, LB, and you're both gaslighters, is if Arsenal win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, I promise you on the same show that Thursday, you both will come here and be like, Arsenal bottled it, Arsenal.
Yeah, but I
are
wouldn't say
bottled
they had
up.
a bad season.
Yeah,
though.
but that's
All that
again,
money just to win the
that's
Carabao
different
Cup
though,
and the FA
bro.
Cup.
Yeah, but
Because
bro,
still-
bro, you're moving the goalposts, right? If Arsenal don't
Facts.
win the league, right, that is a failure. But if they
Correct.
win 2 trophies, that is not a bad season. From
Correct.
my point of view, right, and then people can have different opinions. What I'm saying is, right, if I know Souls don't like this, but if my team has won nothing for 5 years, and then my team wins 2 trophies, how on earth is that a bad season? I get it, you've not achieved your ultimate objective, which is to win the Premier League or the Champions League, right? No, I understand, right? But my thing is, right, if my team has won nothing for 5 years and then my team wins 2 trophies, that is a good season.
No,
so
it's not a good season. And I'll tell you why it's not a good
No,
season.
it's
Because
not.
ultimately, I just told
It's
you.
not a good season.
Charlie, I'll explain to you one more time.
It's not a good season because of
No,
what you said
Hussam,
yourself, which is it's been 5 years.
This is mad.
How can you say after 5 years of hunting, it's okay to win the FA
There's
Cup?
no
I
need
don't
to shout.
understand.
There's no
So
need
no
to
trophies.
shout.
So
No,
let me get
Charlie.
it straight, right? No trophies.
But now I'm triggered.
So if Arsenal win nothing this season, right? That's a bad season.
See how you have to go to extreme for your fault?
And then so winning nothing's a bad season, but then also winning 2 trophies is a bad season.
Okay, guys, let's all say,
Charlie.
Hold 1 second.
Well
Let's
done,
all,
Charlie, bro.
let's
Well
all
done, bro.
get the obvious out the way because brother Charlie and brother LB have chosen the shamelessness arc.
No, we're not doing
No,
this.
let's actually
I'm muting myself. I'm muting myself.
Let's state the obvious. Guys,
No,
would I
Charlie,
rather win the FA? Would I rather win the Carabao Cup or win nothing? I would rather win the Carabao Cup. Hey, we know.
Hussam, let me simplify it very quickly. Hussam, let me simplify it.
1 second, Souls. From an Arsenal perspective, 5 years, you haven't won anything. You've been building up your team. You've been building up your squad. You are looking at your squad as the best squad in Europe. You're looking at your starting 11 from the same level. You are looking at your manager as a manager who's been challenging for the last 3 years. The logic dictates my objective for this season is to win the Premier League or the Champions League. 3 clubs came into this Premier League season with this objective. Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal. These 3 clubs, you don't win the Prem or the Champs, you have failed. It doesn't matter what other competition you win.
And not only that, to answer LB's point as to why it's bad, LB, if you want to nit and pick for is it bad, is it mid, is it underwhelming, you can pick whatever word you like. The point is, Arsenal have set goals for the team for this season. If you don't achieve your goals for the season, you can never call it a good season. Good means you've hit your target. If you don't hit your target, you can call it what you like. Mid, underwhelming, bad, not good enough, maybe. Yes, for other clubs, winning 2. And look, ultimately, if fans would say if Arteta finishes second and wins a Carabao Cup and League Cup, he should be sacked. And I said it as well. But ultimately, on the club level, a club will never sack a manager for finishing second and winning a league and FA Cup. He won't get sacked if he hits this target. But he would not have achieved his target. And Arteta himself would say it. Because ultimately, I told it, I said it to you earlier, Charlie. If you're one of the best teams in the world and you're the best team in the country and you don't win the trophies for the best team in the country and one of the best teams in the world, then how can you say you've had a good season? You can't have had a good season.
We can give our answer. We give it in less than 60 seconds.
That's fine. That's fine. But
no, I've got a question for you.
Yeah,
so Liverpool, you spent the big money in the summer. You were expecting to win the Premier League, right? If you win the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup this season and you finish 3rd or 4th, is that a failed season? Like you're saying, yes. Arsenal, that's a failed season as well.
Okay, I'll ask you the same question. I'll ask you the question back, and LB as well. So let's move from Arsenal. I'll make it about another club. So maybe you guys are less emotional and more objective. So both of you, let's say Liverpool finish 10th this season and win the Champions League. Would you say it's a successful season?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say winning the Champions League is a successful season.
Okay, great. I agree with you. If Liverpool finish 10th and win the FA Cup, is it a successful season?
No.
Why?
That's a
Why?
We won the trophy. That's a completely different situation, bro.
Okay, no problem. I'll make it the same situation you want. Okay, 1 second. Would you rather, LB? No, let me ask LB the question. LB, would you rather finish? No, okay, no problem. I'll make it your own argument. Would you rather finish 3rd and win the cup double or finish 10th and win the Champions League?
I would. But again, that's a different question because you're asking him a preference. So again, it's a stupid question. It's not.
Now it's a different question.
Even
We
Souls
know
agree with me.
at the start of the season, you want to
Souls just agree with me. That's not that wasn't
that's a poor example. That's a poor
That's
example.
a bad
poor
example.
example. That's literally their logic against them.
No, it's not. It's not.
That's
That's not the same. That's not the same.
The point is, Sam,
this conversation was never about which trophy's better. The question was, is it a good season or not? You've just compared 2 seasons. That was never my question to Souls. Souls is just agreeing.
No. You're saying if it's a good season or not. I'm saying your standards at Manchester City is I have to win the Prem or the Champs. My standard is I want to win the Prem or the Champs. Charlie asked me a question. If Liverpool won the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup and finished third, is it a successful season? I said no. Quadruple charge season, as soon as the full-time whistle went for the Champions League final, I said it's a failure that we didn't win.
Yeah, but it wasn't a bad season though.
We failed.
Yeah, but you didn't. Yeah, you can fail.
Whether you failed by 2 marks or by 30 marks,
yes,
you failed.
But bro, you want. I just can't get on board with this idea, right? That winning 2 trophies is a failure. I just don't understand that. I just cannot get on board with that trail of thought.
At different levels. If I'm Aston Villa, I take a cup double and I bite your hand off. If I'm Chelsea, with all due respect to your shit institution, I take the cup double. If I'm Man United, I take the cup double. There are 3 clubs in England that have elite squads, elite starting 11s, and headed into the season, elite managers. Headed into the season. Before Slot fucked us. Headed into the season, all 3 of us had elite managers. You don't have A-star starting 11, A-star squad, A-star manager, and go like, yeah, man, cup double is a good season. How? How is that a good season? By any way.
And not only that, you're forgetting.
You do realize that we could make combined 11s at the beginning. Forget hindsight. In August, if I made Liverpool, Real Madrid combined 11, you know that more Liverpool players would get in at the start of the season. Forget now what hindsight. I'm saying at the start of the season. And now we're sat here going like, oh, the domestic double. Oh my God. There's a reason why I want Slot out. There's a reason why right now a lot of people in the Liverpool fan base want the manager gone because we failed already. Unless we win the Champions League, which we don't see happening.
Yeah, that's fine. But the point is, you have to add very important concept, which is that we've gone from finishing second last season, second the year before. So we're gradually building from a team that was 8th to 5th to 4th to 2nd to 2nd. Now the only natural progression is to finish first.
Yeah, of course.
And if you don't finish first, you can never sit there and keep saying it's a good season. Especially,
but you can say it's a good season, but I'm disappointed we didn't win the league.
You can say it's progression. You can say that from last season to this season, if we finish second and win 2 trophies, that's better than finishing second with no trophies, which is what happened last season. You can call it progression, but you haven't hit the target that you've set as a club, which is that you want to win the Premier League. And if you don't win it, then you failed in your target. And good can only be good if you're happy with your target.
So is your target to just win 1 trophy then?
1 or 2, 1 over the Prem or Champs. And I said it, and I answered Hussam's point. If we win a Prem or Champs this season, I'd love the FA Cup or the League Cup as an addition to those trophies. It makes your season better. But I'm telling you now, I will never in the world sit here as a.
So you are Tata out then if you win the Cup double and not the Prem?
Yes, or Champs.
That's crazy.
No, because ultimately I've had enough.
No,
bro. Let me tell you one thing. If we don't win the Prem from this position, I've had enough.
You've wait a sec though. You backed Arteta for the last 5 years,
and he wins
in
2
the last
trophies.
2 years,
and he wins them out.
You've just said the last 2 years were a failure. That's your words, not ours.
Correct.
You then win the Cup double, finish second, and then you sack him.
And the reason why, and the reason why I'm going to sack him, and the reason why I'm going to want to sack him is because I said I only want him to stay those last 2 years because I believe if he gets his attackers, he can go and do something. He signed Gyökeres, he signed Madueke, he signed Eze. We've signed attackers. We have 2 players in every position. If we don't win,
that's another thing you guys aren't taking.
If we don't win it from here now, guys, I want to make this clear. We have Martinelli and Trossard. We have Gyökeres, Jesus, and Havertz. We have Saka and we have Madueke and we have Odegaard and we have Eze. We have literally 2 or 3 positions in every attacking position. 2 or 3 players. And we have one of the best midfields in the world and we have probably the best defense in the world. And apparently we have one of the best managers in the world. You can't have all of that and not win a Prem or a Champs. Okay, Champs.
Let me ask you another question. how highly do you rate Arteta as a manager in world football right now? Top 5?
I think he's one of the best. Yeah,
Top 5.
Yeah.
So you, by your own admission, the last 2 seasons have been a failure.
Yeah.
You've got one of the
Which
top
he
5
stated already.
Yeah. You've got one of the top 5 managers in the world.
Yeah.
You've finally got a top complete squad.
Yeah.
You then go to win 2 trophies, but because it's not the Premier League, you're going to
or the Champions League.
Yeah.
Yes. Again, yes, because I only wanted him to stay those last 2 seasons so he can win one of these 2 trophies if he gets his attackers. He's got his attackers and he doesn't win them. Then for me, it's time to leave this amazing squad to someone else.
I agree.
To come in, take it up.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And world class managers.
You might give it to someone else and he wins the league.
And not only that, world class managers lose all the time because ultimately, look, Ancelotti has been sacked for Everton. Xabi Alonso just left Real Madrid. It doesn't matter if you have one of the best managers in the world. If it doesn't fit your goals as a club, they're going to go. Managers leave. You understand? So what I'm saying is, ultimately, what I'm saying is that Arteta, and also another reinforcing point why he should leave if he doesn't win it, because this season, there's no better team in the Premier League. These last 2 seasons, City have been better than us. This season, we're the best. Yeah, how can you lose if you're the best?
We're halfway through the season. City could be the best in the second half of the season.
Here we go. Give this guy one Semenyo goal and he's horny.
Yeah. Now you're just
okay, sack your manager after winning a cup double when he's won anything for
How about
5
this?
years.
How about this? If we do sack him, you have the bollocks. Go and sign him then.
I don't need him. Also, I don't think he's a top 5 manager.
Oh, okay. So then, do you think we should sack him if we don't win?
Wait. Who's better than Arteta right now?
Yeah. I'd love to hear this one.
Tell me the top 5.
Pep, Klopp, Zidane, Luis Enrique.
Klopp's not managing.
Well, he's still a manager. He's been lit with the Real Madrid job.
He's not managing, bro. Just stop chatting with waffle. He's not managing.
I'd rather have Tuchel.
Pep and Enrique are better. Pep, Enrique, Tuchel. That's 3. You could probably put in. Yeah, Tuchel's better than that Arteta, bro.
Yeah, Tuchel's mind games.
Flick's another one.
Okay, some of the names you said better than Arteta, I accept. Like Pepe 100%, Klopp 100%, Zidane, Ancelotti. I agree.
This season,
Luis Enrique's better as well, bro.
Flick and Enrique 100% better.
No, they're
the
not.
rest,
not this
no,
season.
I'll be honest.
Only not this season. Not this
season. What? When did that ever become a thing?
This season, so far, Arteta is proving to be one of the best managers in the world, top 5. I'm not going to.
Who's that Brentford manager? He's one of the best managers in world football right now, isn't he?
What the fuck? And that's exactly why they need to win the Champions League or the Premier League. Thank you for proving our point full cycle. Because if Arteta gets a Premier League or a Champions League,
how ludicrous
all these
that
dumbass conversations will end.
When did we start judging managers off 6 months?
We're top. No. You judge them by 6 months because you're only as good as your last season. There's managers that have won shit and you get them sacked. Like Klopp, for example, was one of the best managers in the world last year for winning the fucking title. And this season, Hassan wants him out. So obviously, you judge it on an individual season basis. You get cooked again.
Oh, okay. That's crazy. But right.
That's fine. So all I'm saying to you is. All I'm saying to you is big up Arsenal anyway. Bun the negativity. We're hopefully going to win the league this season. And we beat Chelsea yesterday. So shut up, Chelsea. And Lewis, you scrub. Another dunking situation where you get dunked by us. You scrub. Don't talk to the biggest team in London.
Before I read the super chats quickly.
And this is why I've maintained the fact that I believe this team can go the distance in the title race. Because this league is rubbed out. It's been shit for years. The problem is we've been on a rebuild during that point. But now this is our best opportunity to take advantage of that. The fact that the table toppers couldn't kill us and meant to be mentality monsters, meant to be 90-minute merchants, all of that, they didn't have anything for us. 10 men or 11 men. I'm sick to death of having to explain why Chelsea are good. We're second in the table. We bought PSG off the park. We bought Barcelona off the park. It's time to acknowledge that this ain't the same Chelsea from the banter era. This is a better Chelsea squad that will turn up for anybody that steps up.
Big up, Lewis. Anyway, guys, 500 people locked in. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Let me just grab these supers before we carry on with the stream. Big up to all of you guys locked in. This has been pretty entertaining stream. You get me. Big up LB and Soul's Dynamic. You get me. This is what we needed this Thursday to wake us all up. So please hit the like button, subscribe. Don't forget, check out OK Jersey. Use code Sam for 8% off. That's where I got this jacket, lad. You get me? There's jacket, windbreakers, and hoodies as well. And there's a big surprise coming for you guys soon. So,
any freebies for us?
Anyway, big up to
right. Yeah.
Anyway, big up to my guy. Actually, first of all, he addresses souls, so might as well.
Get it full screen. Get it full screen.
Here we go. The 8th place team that Arteta gutted out won the FA Cup. 6 years later, Arteta can't win F-all. Souls is a top gooner, and then he says Arteta.
I'm a top gooner for saying I want him out if he doesn't win the Premier League. Okay, yeah, makes a lot of sense, mate. Thank you. Stephen, yeah, I don't even know.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Oh, we read this one already. Premier League or Champions League only. FA Cup and Carabao Cup not good enough. Sack him without these two, even if he wins the cup double. Thank you, Stephen. Okay, so wait a minute. You agree with Souls, yet you're calling Souls a top gooner.
Yeah,
you agree
honestly,
with
it makes no sense.
You agree, Stephen. You agree, brother.
I don't know what. Honestly, I'm starting to understand.
You're literally in agreement.
I'm starting to understand that people don't actually watch football. I feel like people watch Hassan stream and then just get the results from there.
Where's Nasser when you need him?
Results-based analysis.
Yeah, bro, honestly.
Yesterday, LB literally said he would cook Arsenal if we won the cup double and City won the league. So
I'd also cook Arsenal if they won the Premier League and not the Champions League because they're the only big club.
You couldn't cook us if we did that. How could you cook us if we did that?
Yeah, I could warrior UCL for Arsenal. You're not a big club until you won the Champions League.
Okay. So what are UCL for Arsenal? So you're doing like Twitter stuff. You're doing like
I'll do warrior UCL. Yeah, I would.
Okay, so you're doing like Hamza stuff, basically.
We've still got a banter. So if you win the Prem and not the champs, then I'll start crushing it on the Champions League.
No, that's fine. I'm happy to. Don't put Henri's, but don't ever in your life put Henri's face on there.
I'm trying to click the
World
comments.
World Cup winner, the greatest Premier League player of all time.
I misclicked it.
Mr. Slippy G.
Or did he?
I agree.
Did you click on the Henri photo? I must have missed it.
Arsenal Football Club to win a Champions League.
Just a mistake. Just an honest mistake.
Yeah, just slightly slipped. Yeah.
Carry on, Dave. I hear what you guys are saying, but after 6 years and £1 billion spent, you need to win the big ones. I agree with this.
Yeah, no one's saying no one
this for an hour.
Yeah, but bro, no one. We weren't arguing that you don't need to win the big ones. That wasn't the argument.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
That was your argument.
You haven't made
literally your argument.
You're just chatting West. You're just chatting West.
No,
you are.
Hussam, don't do that because you're making out like me and LB were saying.
I love Charlie.
Charlie gets mad.
Hussam, you were trying to say that me and LB were saying that the big ones don't matter. When did we say that? When did we say that the Premier League?
You both said that a cup. Okay, I'll answer the question. You both said cup double equals a good season.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are you indirectly saying?
Yes. And what part of a cup double is a good season is me and LB saying that they don't need to win the big ones and they don't matter. What part of that equates to that?
Never said that, did we, bro?
You just gaslight and just made that shit up.
Gaslighter, bro.
I'm not making that shit up.
No, you literally just made that up.
Let me tell you.
No, you literally just said something that me and LB didn't say. So you're just gaslighting and making shit up.
I even added in to say you can say it's a good season, but still be disappointed that you didn't win the Premier League. Still a good season, but you can still be disappointed. When we won the treble, I was disappointed we didn't win the Carabao Cup.
Gaslighting.
No, you're gaslighting, bro, because you're trying to make it out like me and LB were saying.
Can I tell you? By definition, when you say winning the cup double is a successful season, you're saying it doesn't matter if they win the league.
No, we're not. Bro, what are you doing? Bro, what are you doing?
Say that, bro. What are you talking about, man?
These guys are elite gaslighting.
No, bro, you're lying. You're trying to put shit on us that we didn't even say.
If I say I like a steak.
So why is it a good season then?
Does that mean I don't like chicken? Does that mean I didn't fucking say that, did I? I said I like steak, bro. It don't mean I don't like chicken.
Lewis fried chicken. Can you answer the question now? Why is it a good season if they're in the cup double?
Because they won nothing for 5 years.
Because you won 2 fucking trophies out of 4. You're winning 50% of the competitions that you enter. Oh, it's only been done 5 times in history. That tells you it's hard, and you're saying this is not good.
Sam, you're shameless, by the way, trying to make out
5 times it's been done.
Put false allegations against me and LB. Have some shame.
We didn't go 5 years winning nothing to win the cup double, is what TJ's saying. I agree with this.
Yeah, but bro, how could Arsenal fans, right? I get they want to win the Premier League and stuff. How could Arsenal fans say, "Oh, we don't want to win a cup double because that's not what we did 5 years for"? Bro, you've won nothing. You take what you get. You take
That's
what you can.
literally the reason why they
you see
should
what
be
they're also
promoted.
doing here, Charlie. Yeah, they're using the last 5 years, right, as justification as to why they now have to win the Prem. No. The last 5 years have been shit, and that's why you should have sacked Arteta in the first place.
Yeah.
Because you've won nothing. They've been such failures. That doesn't mean now that you have to win the Champions League or the Prem, because it's almost as if Arsenal fans are trying to compensate because the last 5 years have been such a disaster because they've won nothing, that they're like trying to overcompensate, and it's like, it's this justification and this is the final prize. And the reason they're doing that is because they've won nothing, and the last 5 years have been horrendous, bro. That's the truth.
Souls, you're gonna have to answer for your manager.
Sam, I expected better from you. Your gaslighting today is disgraceful.
I'm not gaslighting at all. I'm
No,
holding
bro,
Arsenal.
your gaslighting today was disgraceful.
I'm holding Arsenal
Melo, your gaslighting was disgraceful.
to an elite club standard.
You tried to put shame on
Mate,
the
just
NLB. You
because
tried to put shame.
celebrate
You
Conference
tried to
League
put
doesn't mean
shame
we
on
all
the NLB.
celebrate your shit trophies. You won the Konami Cup in the summer and the Conference League, and if you lost the last 8 times at Wembley, you're a shit club since Daddy Roman's left, and you're done now. You're finished. You're a spicy Brighton. You've got Rossinier as manager. Hold that. You just lost 3-2 in your own backyard, and your manager's making bitch-ass excuses in the media. Hold that.
And you're so rattled now.
Hold that and fuck.
You know what that means, though?
I'm not going to defend Arteta, Souls. I'm not going to defend Arteta. Fuck Arteta as well.
Okay.
Big up to Netweed who says, newsflash, you need to be top 1, not top 5. No, you don't need to be top 1 to win, because Slot is not better than Pep. Netweed. No one's better than Pep. Klopp beat Pep. Slot beat Pep. Mourinho beat Pep. You don't have to be top 1 to win something. Have some shame. Souls, can you speak to your side chick later? Focus, Habibi. LB, if Pep goes 5 years without a title or Champions League, would you keep him at City? Is the question still mad when it's your club?
Oh.
But I've already answered that question. If Pep goes 5 years without a title or a Champions League, I mean, he'd leave himself. But I'd say we need to move on.
I doubt you.
Bro, I said it at the start of the season.
I don't believe that, brother.
I said if City don't win the Premier League or Champions League this year, I'd be open to a change. I'd have to see how the season goes. But I'm not against it if we're shit again. I said that at the start of the season. So
if City finished 3rd, but you win the Carabao and FA Cup, would you keep Pep?
Yeah, I'd keep him, yeah.
Oh, look at you. You're such
I said that about Arteta.
You're the biggest. You know what thing about me, LB? I know how to corner you, LB. You know, that's I know how to corner.
The same thing that I did about Arteta. If Arteta gets the Carabao Cup, FA Cup double, I wouldn't sack him either.
Fairs, LB. All of a sudden, oh, Carabao Cup, FA Cup. Oh, wow. You're such a fraud. I
literally said the same thing. If Arteta wins the Carabao Cup, FA Cup double, I wouldn't sack him. It was Souls that said he'd sack him. Having won nothing for 5 years, he'd say Arteta. This is just Arsenal fans in a nutshell. For 5 years, Arteta in, wins cup double, sacked.
Yeah, bro.
Bro.
Did it make sense?
They don't make sense. It's crazy, bro.
So you keep a manager for 5 years winning nothing, and then the 1 year they win 2 trophies, he's got to go.
Also, why are these Arsenal weirdos in the chat saying LB pushing Arteta out narrative? I'm pushing Arteta in. It's so fucking stupid. I'm saying I'm pushing the Arteta in narrative. It was Souls that would say Arteta out, not me.
LB, quick question on Arteta, right? When Pep eventually goes, would you take Arteta?
Nah, I don't like him.
Nah, fair.
No, I don't like it. I don't like his brand of football, and I just think he's a bit of a dick. He's a good manager.
The only reason why I wouldn't take Arteta at Liverpool is just because I don't think he suits the players we have. That's all.
No. He doesn't suit your DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that as well, of course. And he's a former Everton player. Everton player.
Sam, did you take Slippy Gio?
To be honest, can I be honest with you guys? I think Arsenal as a football club is likable. I think they have a lot of likable players. I just despise Arteta. I
actually agree. I actually was saying on my watch along last night, I was like, Declan Rice is mega. Yeah. Saliba and Gabriel are mint, and they're not dickheads. Like Raya for me is the best goalkeeper. I think Raya's the best goalkeeper in the league. Saka's sound. Like they've not really got any players that I actively dislike. I just don't like the manager. Yeah. I don't like his brand of football, and I think he's a dick. But I suppose if you're an Arsenal fan, I can see why you'd love him because like he's just like that in it as a
Sam, would you rather have Arteta or Slippy G?
Can you show some respect?
No, can you answer my question?
How many times I told you I will email this to Sky Sports if you give respect in general? I'm gonna ruin your chances of getting on Sky.
I've asked you respect.
I will get all my community to spam email Sky Sports complaining about it. Respect Steven Gerrard, mate.
Bro, I've asked you, could you please answer my question?
Would I take Gerrard as interim to the end of the season? 100%.
No, that wasn't my question. Gerrard.
Arteta over Gerrard, of course.
Okay.
Of course, but that's like you're giving me just someone who I take as interim only.
No, I'm
taking Stevie G as interim until May.
I'm talking
good
full
vibes.
time.
You get me. At least we play some good football.
I'm talking full time. Slot goes at the end of the season. Stevie G or Arteta.
Shoot me.
No, that's not an option. You have to pick one.
No, that is the option.
No. You need to bro, you can't do all this gaslighting shit and then not answer the question. So,
okay, but I've already answered. I said Arteta's better than Gerrard.
You'd have to take Arteta.
You take
Arteta. In that scenario, yes.
Yeah, like you do. Because you have to, although you don't like the guy, you also have to think like, I don't want to see a terrible manager at my football club.
And the other thing is as well, I love Stevie so much as a player. Like, if I hear someone criticizing Stevie, I might block them. Stop working with them. Like, I just can't do it. Imagine Mike Dash doing tactical breakdown of why Gerrard's a shit manager. I'm going to lose it. 4 years of Clear Lake with 2... What's 2B?
It's going to be 2 billion.
2 billion, I think he means. Can't beat this Arsenal team. Interesting. Board backing Rossanier with a centre back in January while sacking Maresca for the same thing. Lol, my club is a clown show. Get me off full screen. Go on.
Bro, why do you full screen me anyway?
Oh,
I can't lie, I feel like Charlie and Chelsea have avoided a mad cooking on this show because
it's because Saul stepped in and made it all about Arsenal.
Yeah,
we can speak about Chelsea now.
Got away with this big time, bro.
We can speak about
I accepted that we were shit. I did say that. I did say that at the start.
Yeah, I think it's
fun to see.
Yeah, 4 years of can't be.
The whole point of me reading it, Charlie, is you don't have to read it again.
No, I wasn't. I'll be honest, bro. I wasn't actually listening, so I need to reread it.
Wow. He was bottling the big screen.
No, bro. I was just processing your elite level gaslighting. I never
gaslight you once.
You did.
You just gaslight on the show's LB. You just didn't work with him. You just didn't work with him in a title race scenario. You don't know LB in a title race. Essentially, because of goal.
I'll believe this, right, when I see it. Because if we go and sign a centre-back this month, right, not only have we wasted 6 months of the season, we've fell out with a manager over not signing a centre-back. We've basically waited for the season to pretty much fall apart and then decide, actually, maybe we need a centre-back. It's pathetic.
Charlie, let's be real, yeah? This guy's getting sacked, isn't he?
At some point he will, yeah. Bro, I was saying...
How long are you giving him? How long are you giving him?
I've said this multiple times, right? For me, if he doesn't get Champions League football at the end of the season, he has to go.
I think within 2 months he'll be sacked, LB. Mark my words.
No, bro,
everything I told you yesterday, LB, is gonna happen. Watch.
No, Sam, he'll last the season, bro. He'll last the season, but
I disagree.
I mean, it depends.
I think he'll lose the dressing room. I think he'll lose the players. I don't think
you're. He's got the dressing room to start with, though. I'm not being funny, right? Yeah, based on what? How you know that?
No. I'm saying I'm agreeing with you. I don't think he has.
Oh yeah. So the thing is, I'm not being funny, right? But let's be honest, lads. As much as this isn't right, I'm not saying this is right. Yeah. But it's life, and things go on in life and in the world that ain't right, but it just happens. Shit happens.
Yeah.
When this manager walks in that dressing room, how many of those players are going to respect that manager?
Probably
in terms of like, I respect you. I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to buy into your thing. Like,
not straight away, no,
because they paid to play for the club and give the 100% effort. But we know in life that's not what really happens. And for me, I think there'll be a number of players, especially the better ones. Yeah, because I think there are a lot of the better players in that team will probably be looking at this guy thinking, who the hell are you and why are you managing Chelsea Football Club and managing me?
LB, to be honest, bro, most of that squad would have never heard of him before. They would have no idea who he is. Now, I'm not saying that the squad might have known who Maresca was. They probably would have had a better idea. But most of these guys would never have heard of Rossinier before, don't even know who he is or whatever. Yeah. And yes, you're right. You should respect whatever manager comes in, whatever their status and whatnot. But the reality is that certain managers will command instant respect, either because of their CV or because of what they've done as players. Rossinier didn't have an elite playing career. Yeah, he had a reasonable career, played in the Premier League and whatnot, and he hasn't had a top-level managerial career so far because he's very new in his managerial career. So he does need to win over the dressing room. He does need to get the guys to buy in.
Sorry. Who are you talking about, Charlie?
Rosinha.
Oh, okay.
No,
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah.
Who he play for?
Sorry, Rosinha is a scrub.
But he look. This goes one of two ways.
Charlie's
right?
probably Rosinha out already secretly.
No, I was never pro him arriving, but now that he's here, I will support him because I need him to do well because I want Chelsea to do well. That's ultimately where I'm looking at it from.
It's sort of like it's going to fail.
Yes,
you're backing him because you're a Chelsea fan, so you're I'll back him. He's got my support, but I don't believe this guy's going to succeed.
Yeah, bro, that's exactly where I'm at. Is that like for me, I'm not going to tell people how to support a team, but as a fan, in my opinion, whoever comes in, whether you agree or disagree with it, you need to get behind them, need to support them until there's a reason not to support them anymore, i.e., evidence of us being dog shit or whatever it is, right? But evidence would suggest over the last 3-4 years.
Charlie, we're not on YouTube to say what's popular, and we're not on YouTube to just go with the flow.
No,
we have to make predictions. My prediction is I think Rosinha gets sacked within 2 months. I think exactly what happened with Ange happened with him.
You didn't even finish. You didn't let me finish.
Go on.
For me, Champions League football is non-negotiable. So if he doesn't get Champions League football, he has to be sacked. And the only way, if he wins the Champions League, which is highly unlikely, that's the only way that finishing. No, let me finish. That's the only way that finishing, say, 7th or 8th becomes acceptable is if he wins it. So we'll be back in it.
You get Champions League.
Because you get Champions League.
But do you think now, hand on heart, honestly, do you think you're getting top 5 football this year?
No, I don't think.
So you're basically saying he's going to be sacked in the summer.
He's basically Rosinha out.
No, I'm not set up. Yeah, basically.
Because you're giving him a chance.
I'm giving him a chance.
He's just predicting.
I'm predicting that we won't finish in the top 5 to get Champions League football, and that was the objective at the start of the season. And just because you've changed managers halfway through the season, the objective doesn't change. And so for me, if you miss out on the Champions League football, he has to go. And I would have been the same with Maresca. If he missed out on Champions League football, you would have had to have gone, because we can't just be going through a situation, right, where we spent this much money, and if we miss out on Champions League football, that's one qualification for the Champions League in 4 years of this ownership. One Champions League qualification in 4 years. Do you know how embarrassing that is? 1 in 4 if we miss out this
when
season.
You spent $2 billion.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So I look at the Rosinha thing, and I don't think there's any middle ground. He either somehow does quite well, or it's a complete disaster.
Are you going to I've seen there's some sort of protest.
There is a protest on Saturday, 1 p.m. before the Brentford game. So
are you going to go? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there.
And what basically are you wanting them out? Are you wanting them to change, recognize that they're failed? Are you wanting them?
So basically, obviously, we know that you're not going to be able to get ownerships out. We've seen this with clubs. It's very, very difficult to get an ownership to leave, but it's about acknowledging that the sporting model is failing. It's about trying to implement change to the sporting model, the way that we recruit and whatnot, bring in a few more proven players and that thing. And it's also about taking accountability, because there's no accountability and no communication from the sporting hierarchy about anything. The only time you ever hear from them is when they try and take credit for the success. But as soon as something goes wrong and shit's bad, they just hide behind the manager. They just use the manager as a shield and they just blame it all on him. So it's about accountability. It's about a failed sporting project. It's about the ownership not taking responsibility for anything. It's all of those things. Ultimately, yes, it would be good if they could sell up, but you have to be realistic and accept that that's a virtually impossible outcome to get.
No, I hear it, man.
Very smart doesn't try to dribble. It's not GCSEs. Who the hell is this about?
Very smart doesn't try to dribble. What the fuck's that mean?
I have no idea.
Then
he says, LB covering his back. His team can't win Premier League or Champions League. I do think there's an.
Big up LB.
What are you talking about?
Why can't City win the Champions League or the Premier League?
They can.
They can. They
can win the Premier Champs. No. City have just like Chelsea. City have good chances.
They do have good chances. Yeah. I'm not really sure.
What's he on about? I'm covering my back. What's he talking about? I don't get what he's saying.
He's basically saying that the reason why you say Arsenal will be successful with the cup double is because you're covering your own club's ass.
No, that's bullshit.
But if that would mean City win the league, no? Is that not what? Is that not what's he on about? I don't get what he's on about. If Arsenal win the cup double, that means City win the league. Is that what he's saying? Or?
He's basically saying
Yeah.
this is what he's saying. LB, he doesn't want to say his club had a bad season for not winning the Premier League or the Champions League. So he's saying you're basically referring this back to your club.
Brother. If you win 2 trophies out of 4, that's a good season. That's my opinion. If you disagree, cool. I ain't covering my back, bro. Covering who?
LB, listen, LB. You know I rate you highly, but that's
Code is a Madrid fan though, so they have a screw loose. Arsenal fans get shy when they're talking about the Premier League, Champions League.
I know, not this guy again.
And he says, "Stop doing this."
So this is your guy, bro.
Guys, you get lucky, guys.
I don't understand why is this guy always here just yapping. Listen, stop talking.
Why
about
are you
Arsenal.
against my supporters?
Bro, why is he written Top Gooners, right, with an O and a 0?
You can call me what you like. Arsenal are the guys, and we're not shy because we've won plenty titles. We've won the 3rd most in England. We're one of the biggest and best teams in world football. We know what success looks like. Stop talking about us. Talk about yourselves.
Big up to Abud who says, let them sack a manager after a trophy. They will come on day 8. Spursy.
عبودي حبيبي انا احكي معك بالعربي هون والله. I'm speaking in Arabic this one because I know he's an Arabic youth. Yeah. Stop yapping. Because stop
I'm gonna speak to you in Arabic. Stop yapping. What the fuck?
You know why? Because then I realized that it's not gonna come out perfect. I realized.
Yo, Abud, I'm gonna respond to you in Arabic. Stop yapping. How is that Arabic?
No, do you know why? Because I realized like
Allah, you're the biggest waffler on YouTube, man.
How? I brought up good points today. I've literally brought up.
No, I'm not talking about the football point. How can you say I'm gonna respond to you in Arabic and the first thing you say is stop waffling? How's that Arabic, mate? How's that Arabic, bro? Look at this guy.
I just want to know one thing. After the draw to Liverpool, has LB changed his mind that City can't win?
We'll speak about now. City literally next topic. Big up to T-Wiz. شكرا عبود حبيبي تسلم على الدعم دائما. هو بيعرفش يحكي عربي اصلا. انت مصدق انه بيعرف يحكي عربي؟ بقص ايدي لو بيعرف يحكي 3 جمل ورا بعض. لا هو ولا سعد. الوحيد اللي بيعرف يحكي عربي فيهم اشرف. اسمع ايدي بدي اقصها. بيعرف يحكي 3 كلمات عربي. ما بعرفش يحكي جمله على بعض. صدقني.
Charlie.
هذا دريجه يا ودو بيعرف.
Hold on, Charlie.
اقص ايدي اذا بحكي عربي اصلا.
Sam, what are you saying?
Charlie. I'll let you respond to Hussam there because I know you speak Arabic.
No, I don't. I don't have any Arabic.
Yalla, come on, man. We're not out of time.
Yalla, man.
Yeah, I know Yalla. Yeah, Yalla. Yeah, come on, Islam. Get on with it.
Come on, bro.
Charlie, where is Maresca, Ten Hag, and Ainge with their so-called trophies talking like Arsenal or Newcastle? You fraud.
Well, hold on a second. It literally lacks complete context there. Maresca walked out because he weren't happy with how the situation was. Spurs finished 17th in the Premier League, so a trophy don't cover up that ridiculousness. And Newcastle won a trophy and got Champions League football. So what is this guy on about?
Great. That's your response to it. Now,
no. Hold on. But Charlie, they still won a trophy though.
Yeah, they did, but there's context to that. They finished 17th. You're not going to keep a manager finish 17th.
So why are you adding context now? But you didn't want to add it before.
No, but I didn't add context before. I was adding context before. My context before was if you've not won anything for 5-6 years and you win 2 trophies, that's good.
Oh yeah, we can't go over this again.
We're
moving on.
My context is let's move on to Man City. I want to speak to LB about his club. Big up everyone locked in. Almost 600 people in the building. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. Like the video and subscribe because the algorithms are doing their best. LB will tell you this to F us over. So please just close the live chat, hit the like button so I can spread the video to more and more people so we can spread LB, Charlie, and Souls' fraudulence more around the world. So hit the like button.
Sam, you're shameless, bro. You've been gaslighting to an elite level today, and you've been full of BS, bro.
Can I ask your Blue Brother a question? Thank you very much. Go subscribe to Blue Brother CFC. That's where you can find Charlie. And subscribe to It's LB. Now, It's LB. Hello, brother. Manchester City take on Manchester United this Saturday. How do you feel about your title race? And Souls has a question for you as well, so might as well ask it from now. Souls, your question for LB.
I've already asked after Arsenal's draw to Liverpool, it's now only 6 points, which could have been more. But do you guys still think City have no chance of winning the Premier League title?
No, we've got a chance. I was ready to tap out if you would have beat Liverpool. Yeah,
Right,
I said that before the game. I said if Arsenal win this game, I'm tapping out. Focus on the champs. Focus on the domestics. But you can't tap out of a race when you're 6 points behind with half a season to go and you're playing the team that you're in a race with. You can't do that. So I still think we're in it. We need to improve. We ain't gonna win it playing the way we are. Up top, we've only scored one open play goal in our last 3. So yeah, we need to improve. Arsenal are still clearly favourites at this point, but we've got a chance of winning it. 100%. You can't give up here. But yeah, man. Semenyo, Hussam trying to tell me this is a dead signing.
Is that what he said? Is that what he said, LB?
Hussam said the day after he scored. No. Listen to I just said classic. Charlie, I just said classic. Yeah. So yesterday, the day after Semenyo scored in a semi-final, he said he won't do anything important.
That's a horrific opinion. That's a horrific.
That the day after he scored in a semi-final.
That is a horrific opinion. Horrific.
LB, can I ask you a question?
Defend yourself, bro. Defend yourself.
Why are you making the City section about my opinion?
No.
We need to talk about the Semenyo transfer. That's a very important part of the City
and you need to explain yourself, Sam. You said it was a dead
Look
sign.
how he puts on a serious face as well to pretend that like he really wants to have a conversation.
Sam, you need to explain yourself.
You're the biggest fucking gaslighter, I told you. Now he's on new tabs.
No. You're deflecting, bro. You need to explain yourself.
I know exactly what you're doing, LB. Can you not do this? Can you actually talk about
Sam, can you please explain yourself?
You are proving the Real Madrid fan right. You just want to cover your ass because you ain't even.
Brother, you said we're moving on to the Manchester City section and we're talking about the title race.
Yeah, we're asking you a question.
The 2 lads below and everybody in the chat would say that the Semenyo signing is a crucial part of this conversation, given the fact that our 2 main wingers, Doku and Savinho, have scored 8 Premier League goals between them in the entire Manchester City career. So signing a winger. No, wait a sec. Let me finish. So signing a winger that scored 10 Premier League goals this season alone is a conversation that we need to speak about. I then just highlighted the fact that yesterday, the day after that he scored in a semi-final, you said he wouldn't do anything important. I was just letting the lads know because they might not have watched the show yesterday, innit? I don't know.
Sorry, no, but I'm sorry, LB. If you hear stupidity like that, you shouldn't even entertain or even bring it up.
No, but it's my responsibility.
It needs to be raised.
Yeah, but he entertains you from the beginning of the season, Souls.
Yeah, so
no, I'm sorry, Hassam. Don't turn on to me now because I swear to God, I'm ready because Liverpool. You know what I mean?
You need to explain yourself, bro.
Charlie every week. That's enough.
You need to explain yourself, bro. Explain yourself.
You thought one of the best. Hold on. Let me
answer about Semenyo.
Explain why one of the best wingers in the league this season. You thought him going to a better team would mean that he won't do anything. Explain that to me, please. Logical football.
Semenyo is not one of the best wingers in the league this season. He is the best winger in the league this season.
That's even worse.
Yeah, exactly what makes it worse. Thank you.
Okay, so are all 3 of you just gonna bark in my face, or are you gonna let me explain?
Because I'm
not one that disagrees. I think Semenyo, and I said this yesterday to LB, but he's a lying fraud. Yesterday, I said Semenyo is a very good goal scorer and he'll score goals at Manchester City. I have never denied that. I don't think he helps City unlock low blocks with his playmaking. Yesterday, as soon as we finished the show, there's someone who messaged me and he said, Hussam, I think I'm one of the few people that actually understood what you're saying. In a low block scenario, which City will face from now to the end of the season 90% of the times, I don't think Semenyo is good as a dribbler in tight spaces. I don't think Semenyo is the type who can create chances for Erling Haaland. I don't think Semenyo is the type of guy that in a scenario where you've got 10 men behind the ball in the opposition, he can help you break down that low block. How can Semenyo help you in these scenarios? By scoring goals. So Semenyo helps you by becoming a goal scorer. If we're talking about Semenyo's goal scoring ability, I won't say anything. I think he's a very good goal scorer. But when you're talking about him getting past players in tight spaces and him creating chances, he's not that guy. That's it. How's that a crazy opinion? I don't know. Go look at the stats. I think
you've proven wrong very quickly, to be honest.
Okay, prove me wrong.
Okay, how do I do that?
You go and prove me wrong.
How can I prove you wrong? It's not happened yet, bro.
Show me the stats. Show me the stats. I did a whole video.
What I meant to go into the future.
Yeah, LB, you got to get that crystal ball out, mate, and tell him what's
Let's
going to
get
happen.
the crystal ball out, bro. Do you know what I mean? I just think you're coping, if I'm being honest with you, bro.
Why am I coping?
Because you're hating that Liverpool didn't get him.
Oh, that's cute and everything, but even LB himself will tell you when he asked me, I said I don't want Semenyo at my club. So now what? Oh, see,
I think you're coping, bro.
Dumbass narrative.
I think you're coping. I think it's a great signing for us. I think he's going to score a load of goals. I think he's going to be able to rotate with Doku, so we can give him a rest because spamming him out. I think he's going to create. Yeah, I think it's a great signing.
I think it is, honestly, genuinely. I say it in our group chats over the weekend. I don't know why we let City get Semenyo, man. Like
you would have gone for him, Souls. You would have started left wing.
Nah, because you're going to go.
I wouldn't have taken him because we genuinely couldn't. Because Arteta would never. It's just you can't now. There's too many wingers overflown. If you sold either Martinelli or Trossard, yeah, because. But I think he's a quality winger, strong, very very quick, good finisher of the ball as well. And he only makes City's team better, man. You know what I mean? But this is what I'm saying to you. This is the beast that we're up against, which is Man City. They're beasts. They can go in January and sign the best player in the league so far, and then just sit back. How
LB, you going to sign Gurhey this window, or do you reckon that's gone now?
I think if this Elaine guy didn't come in and do as well as he has done, I think they would have paid whatever he wanted. But now that this Elaine's come in and actually done really well, I think they're probably thinking, what's the fucking point?
Yeah,
Diaz will be back in 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Diaz is back in and to be honest with you, bro, I'm not being funny, but like if you was going to get Gay, you needed him before this week.
Yeah.
Because we had Newcastle and United. You don't need him next week when you've got Bodo, Glimt and fucking Wolves.
Yeah, but you need him for the rest of the season, though.
No, not when Diaz.
Diaz will be back in 4 weeks.
Okay, guys. Semenyo, to watch this, yeah, because you cannot play with me. Because I literally said, like I said, I did the whole video.
This will be some cherry pick.
Okay, no problem. I'm gonna tell you now 7 stats. Nothing is cherry picked. Don't interrupt and listen. Be open to other opinions. Are you going to bring
it on the screen? You're going to share it on the screen?
Yeah, I know 100%. I can share it. What do you think? I'm making shit up?
No.
I'm sorry. We need to see it though.
Okay, no problem. Here you go. I've already spoken about his goal scoring ability, which I've never denied. Okay, 43rd percentile in assists. 37th percentile in non-penalty expected goals plus assisted goals, 51st percentile in shot creating action, 26th percentile in pass completion rate.
That's quite bad.
47 percentile in progressive passes, 67th percentile. I said he only takes on players when he's got space, which already something I mentioned. Now, how many Bournemouth are? We would all agree Bournemouth are quite an attacking team, right? We all agree. Okay. Just give me a guess. You don't have to give me specific exact number. In 20 games, how many big chances do you think Semenyo created? Just give me any approximation.
5
big chances created.
Big chances in Bournemouth in the first 6
20
months?
games at Bournemouth, how many big chances?
5
or 6.
Okay. Souls?
Yeah, probably about 4 or 5.
Okay, Semenyo created 3 big chances in 20 games at Bournemouth.
So what's LB?
I'm just gonna conclude. I'm gonna conclude. So how's me saying he's not good at dribbling in tight spaces and he's not a playmaker? Some hater opinion.
Okay, so LB needs to respond to that because.
Okay, so my response to that is this guy's a proven goal scorer and that's what I need.
Oh my God! But that's not my point, though. You're doing what Chelsea done. You're doing what Chelsea done does.
You've said.
Why is this sound triggered? Why does it sound triggered over Semenyo?
You've said
because you want to know something. I said he's not good at dribbling tight spaces and playmaking, and he's an elite goal scorer. And LB's like, oh, he's gonna score goals. But
because I don't give a fuck about that. You said this transfer is going to fail. That's what you said. So then you're then bringing up stats that suit your narrative. By the way, that passing accuracy is completely normal. I've just looked at Saka's. Saka's is 74%. If you're going to have an attacker, they're going to have bad passing stats because they're going to take more risky passes.
That's true.
So
that's true,
you want to pull that out, you got to pull it up for others as well. Yeah. What I needed.
Do any comparisons. I just pulled up his numbers.
No, I agree. But then Saul said it was bad, and Saka's got a 74% pass accuracy. Attackers have bad pass accuracy.
I didn't say that one was bad.
He didn't say that one was bad. No, he didn't say that one.
What I need from a winger is goals. That's what I need. I don't have a problem, with Haaland scoring my goals. I have a problem outside of Haaland. My wingers do not score goals. Factually. One goal for Savio in the Premier League. We signed him in 2024.
Okay, I love the
we signed in 2023.
How does that disprove anything I said?
No, it does.
No, because what you're addressing something completely different. Address my answer, yeah? You're saying it's going to flop because of the reasons you've given. Do you agree that Manchester City need goals from the wings?
Yes, you cannot. You always need extra goals.
So what's the problem signing the second, third highest goal scorer in the league?
He's
already
got 2 goals. He's the top scoring winger in the league.
Do you agree that Semenyo is not a good dribbler in tight spaces?
Yes.
I don't think he's amazing, yeah.
Okay, great. Do you think Semenyo is not a playmaker?
I wouldn't put that as his primary thing, no.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So when Hussam speaks and says Semenyo won't help you against slow blocks if he has to dribble in tight spaces and play make, explain how that specific thing is a crazy argument.
I've just explained it because your overall point at the end meant that he would fail as a signing.
Yes, because my thing is I'm looking at this Manchester City side and people are just adding numbers with each other. Do I think that Foden, Cherki, Semenyo, and Doku can be on the pitch at the same time? No. So someone's gonna have to come out. Yeah, and by definition, if I drop Foden or if I drop Cherki or if I drop Doku, I'm losing an element of creativity.
Well, you can drop.
Okay, but then you've
got to rotate.
And City's most successful season under Pep Guardiola was when they fed the beast the most.
Brother, yeah, I'm not being funny, mate. Yeah, but we've got to have a squad that can rotate. You know what I'm saying?
Now you're changing the argument. I'm not talking about rotation.
No, but why is everybody telling me Cherki, Foden, Doku all have to play in the starting 11?
Yeah.
Why can't we drop one of them? Why not? Everyone comes up with the same thing. Oh, but what about Foden, Cherki, and Doku? What about them? Yeah, one of them will drop to the bench.
Okay, so me and you agree Semenyo is a goal scorer, right?
He's a goal scorer.
Okay, so who'll create for Semenyo with one of Foden and Cherki on the bench?
Cherki.
Okay, great. So with Foden on the bench, you acknowledge that there will be less creativity. It's not 100 times worse.
I don't think. You think Foden's main job is to create? I don't.
Okay, I'm not saying it's his main job, but are you? Do we acknowledge at least that with Foden on the bench, you'll have less creativity? Do you agree?
Slightly.
Okay, and that's my overall point, which is I think you will become overall not as good with Semenyo. That's it.
I disagree. I think the fact he scored.
But I've explained myself. I haven't said anything crazy. I think it's a crazy take.
I think Semenyo is quite.
When you're playing Burnley at home and teams like that, bottom 5 teams, home or away,
you might 2 goals against Newcastle, got robbed off one.
You might win by 4 or 5 goals. But in the tough games, facing low blocks, which Newcastle do not play at home, facing low blocks, I don't think he'll help you, and that's it. But we'll see. Listen, at the end of the day, LB, and alhamdulillah, me and you, we have a great relationship. We're working with each other for long. We'll continue to work with each other for the next 4 months. So we will see. You might be right, and you're gonna cook me for it every week. And if I'm right, I'll cook you for it every week.
Sam, will you apologize and maybe get a Semenyo shirt from OK Jerseys and wear it if he does well?
Will you apologize if Chelsea get relegated?
Well, I'm not going to get relegated, but bro, can you answer my question? Will you wear if Semenyo fires City to the league or whatever? Will you wear a Semenyo shirt from OK Jerseys as an apology?
Hell will freeze before I wear a City shirt.
What do you mean hell? But it's impossible for hell to freeze.
It's impossible for me to wear a City shirt, dumbass.
No, bro. So you're just
I'm not wearing that club shirt, brother. City, United.
What about a Ghana shirt? What about a Ghana shirt with Semenyo then, as a compromise?
Ghana.
Yeah, but then if I could think he flopped, and then LB could think he succeeded. What's the measuring
stick? Big up Ghana, Nigeria. Big up Nigeria.
No. Come on, bro. We're all going to know if he's flopped or not. His job in this team is to score goals.
No, I think people disagree, LB. Like 2 years ago, your whole fan base was like, Grealish won me the treble. But we all said he's a flop.
This Super JP12 guy is too funny.
Yeah, but brother, we're all in agreement on the Semenyo transfer, bro.
JP, everyone on this panel, don't hate people online, bro. Trust me.
Everybody knows that we've signed Semenyo to score goals. So if he scores goals, he would have succeeded. If he doesn't,
no, because that was never my argument.
No, but that is why
I think he will score goals. I never denied that once. But anyway, listen,
that's why City have fucking signed him to score goals.
I'll think about it with the Ghana shirt.
Yeah, but bro, overall, you said it's going to be a failed signing.
Yeah, okay, we'll see. Time will tell. As
And
an Arsenal
then
fan,
you know what he's just done then, Charlie? Yeah? Even though everybody knows the only reason City have signed Semenyo is because we need him to score goals. He's just said he's going to score goals. So then what's going to happen is he'll score goals and then he'll still say,
then he'll say, then he'll be like, oh yeah,
but I
wasn't
never denied
referring to that. I wasn't referring to
wasn't
scoring
my
goals.
argument for the 100th time.
So he's going to score
As
all
an
the goals,
Arsenal fan-
but still fail, yeah?
LB and Charlie, listen, I don't want to keep you guys for
So
too
did
long.
Grealish fail at City then? Because he didn't score goals, yeah?
100% Grealish failed. That's it.
But then Semenyo's going to score goals, but he's going to fail as well. So what exactly are you looking for from a left winger?
Okay, it depends on his impact from now to the end of the season. Scoring in the big game.
Grealish failed, didn't score goals.
Look at his hand
Semenyo
just
scored goals, failed.
moving goalposts left, right, and centre like the disingenuous fraud he is.
As an Arsenal fan, why should I like a manager that gifts Pep League titles every season? Am I anti-Arsenal or something? Jeez, relax.
As an Arsenal fan, why do you support Arsenal if all you're going to do is criticize the club and its manager?
Oh, so
Well, you want the manager out if he wins 2 trophies. Why are you being an Arsenal fan?
Eco Falls, this is crazy. Hussam hates Semenyo because he got that LFC fan ban. Then says guy in the wheelchair was Hussam's brother. Wow.
Oh, wow.
All of this because I say he's not a playmaker and a dribbler. You can't be that angry. We don't play low blocks often, as you're saying. We have a team of low block killers. We struggle more with build up when pressed high, more transitions. Yeah, and actually, even in the video where I broke down the Semenyo transfer, I said Semenyo is very good in the air. So he gives an outlet for Donnarumma because he's shit with his feet.
To be fair, Sam, the chat are onto you saying you're a fraud. The community knows.
That's fine. That's fine. Nunes scored in his competitive debuts, both of them.
Nunes took his shirt off in a Community Shield, just FYI.
Which Pep said that he won something.
Did Pep take his shirt off in a Community Shield?
Managers don't take their shirt off.
Has any player ever taken the shirt off in a Community Shield chat? Just a quick
I'm
question.
pretty sure across history someone's taken their shirt off in the Community Shield, 100%.
1920 or something like that.
Nunes
Bro.
scored the goal in his Premier League debut against Fulham.
Nunes scored in the Community Shield and took his shirt
That's why
off.
this whole scored in his debut means nothing. By the way, overall in that game against Newcastle, he was almost non-existent. He just got a goal in the end. That's it. He's an extra target man when Donnarumma goes long too. Yeah, but that's something I brought up. I brought up his aerial dual success rate, which is actually, he's like in the 96th percentile for wingers. So he's very good from that perspective, 100%. You're criticizing me for shit I'm saying Semenyo is good at, which I already acknowledge. You're not acknowledging the stuff that I say Semenyo is shit at. Why? Because you're a fraud. That's why. And because Arsenal will win the league anyway. And you suck, and LB sucks, and Charlie sucks. Hold that. Best winger in the league, lol. What are we talking about? Great. He is better than... He's better than washed Salah, and he's better than washed
Who's been better than him this season? Genuine question.
No one has.
No one. I said that myself.
He probably has been the best
Yeah, he probably has been.
best winger this season.
I didn't even want Semenyo at Liverpool, man. Like, it's just how it goes. Big up to Sava for the raid. Big up to everyone just joined us from Football Heritage TV. Like and subscribe when you're weighing in. You got me. That's it. You guys are just edgy for no reason. This Eco Falls guy really mad. We need to increase physical level, more goals plus runners for balance. So some squad building equals Sharky, Phil, Doku, but we need another small space creator.
He's right. He's right.
He's right.
Sam.
He's
right.
I understand what you're saying. I would be very worried about Manchester City if they signed a Bradley Barcola or Rafael Leao.
No. Why?
No,
Barcola can't
Sam,
finish.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do
Barcola
what?
can't finish the ball. Why would I?
That's what I think they need.
But why
Barcola can't finish the ball, yet he has double GA of Desiree Doué. Which, if I said, would you take Desiree Doué? Everyone would go like, yeah, I would take Desiree Doué. Barcola has double his GA. None of you watch League A. Who does Moussa Tamari play for Souls? You don't even know.
Bro, I know everything. Don't ask me questions.
No,
bro.
you don't.
What
No,
are
you
you?
don't. You're Googling it. You're Googling it in new tab.
I'm not
You probably
Googling
think
it,
he plays
no.
for Montpellier. He plays for Rennes.
Why are you telling me where I think he'd play?
Exactly. You don't even know where the centre back Jacare plays for.
Name me
Name
the Senegal starting 11.
Senegal starting 11.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Okay. Edward. What do you mean you can't do it? I'll let him just say Edward. Like the first word I said Edward. I started naming them right now. Fraud, Mendy, you got Koulibaly, you got Diouf, left back from West Ham.
Yeah.
You got Nyakite. He used to play at Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
The right back. I'll come back to the right back. You got
no. Don't come back to him. No. Why are you going back to him?
I'm finishing. You got Idris Gana Gay and the other Gay, Pap Gay. You've got what's his name? Habib Diarra. Lamine Kamara came on, who plays at Monaco. Ilman Diaye. Up top, Nicholas Jackson. On the left, Mane. The right back, Diatta is his name. The right back. There you are. Fuck off. Hold that. Name the whole Senegal starting 11. Hold it, motherfucker. Hold it.
This guy that did a watch along yesterday.
Yeah.
And he read the whole team.
Brother, I can name you the whole Egypt starting 11 from 2006. What do you know about Hissam Al-Hadari, Ibrahim Saeed, Mohamed Barakat, Wael Gum'a, Sayyid Muawad, Mohamed Zidane, Amr Zaki, Mido, Mohamed Abu Treka? You don't know nothing, baby. I educate you.
I big up Abu Treka, though.
Yeah.
Big him up.
Big up Hakai, who sends in a super sticker. Big up Hakai. Big up. Anyway, 1-0 Hissam, as per usual. They try it with me and then they all get cooked.
No,
anyway,
bro, you're just a gaslighter and a goalpost mover.
You're in 8th place.
That's got nothing to do with my point. You are
worse than the worst Liverpool since Winston.
What does that got to do with his point, though? I don't understand.
Yeah, bro. My point is you're a gaslighter and a goalpost mover, and you're telling me you're telling me I'm 8th in the league.
I'm the defense on the show, and you're here sucking off Charlie.
That's got nothing to do with the point that I've just made.
Yeah, it has, because you're wearing a Chelsea shirt. So hold that.
Okay, I want to say one thing. Who's the best team out of all these 4 teams that are on the stream today? Arsenal. So all of you bow down to Arsenal Football Club.
What a UCL for Arsenal.
And also, I want to say one thing. I
got more Champions Leagues than this whole panel combined, mate.
No, do war a trophy, but LB, you've changed your opinion about 6. You've changed your opinion about 6 times this season. Ultimately, you can change it. You can change it as much times as you want. Yeah, we're still gonna beat you to the league title. We're still gonna beat you.
Reverse LB.
You got to fucking better with it, because if you don't win it, it's awkward conversations for you this summer.
If Arsenal somehow don't win the league title, it's long for you, bro. That's going to be.
This is the guy you were glazing. You were glazing Charlie. 5 seconds.
It's long for us if you're a City fan, not if you're a Chelsea fan. You can't say anything to us because you.
There you are. But what does that have to do with his opinion?
What
does that have to do with his opinion?
You've spent as much as us. Yeah. And you're like 15, 16.
Our team's shit. Yeah,
you're shit. And to prove your point about what you were saying earlier about winning 2 trophies, Maresca won 2 trophies. You're still shit. The league table doesn't lie. Champs and leagues don't lie, bro.
No, I don't think they did.
And where's Cole Palmer as well? Why is he on the bench?
Anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap up the stream here. Charlie's drowning. Poor Charlie, man. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. It's LB. More LB in the description. Souls doesn't have a YouTube channel. You can find him on Sad Football Corner, Corapod.
Why stop saying that? Bro, you can find me anywhere you find me on YouTube. LB, not LB, sorry. Sad Football
LB
Corner.
will never invite you on.
He could come on at the end of the season if they don't win the league, and then he's got all.
Wait, why is that could come on? Like I want to. Listen,
can we get LB X Souls if he does win the league, though? Or are you going to pussy out?
He'll never do that.
I won't do that.
There you are. There you are. You're fraudulent.
No. I'll be on holiday that week, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Blue Brother CFC is in the description as well. Love you all. We're going to take you over to Footy Judge Mo. Go spam Forza Napoli in his chat. Just so everyone's pissed off today. Let's go. Start of this day great. Thank you to everyone who has supported us. I appreciate you all. And I might do a stream later. I might not. I'm undecided yet. Love you all, man.
Fucking 6 p.m. for you. You was talking about starting the day.
No, it's the start of the day for Mo because it's like 8 a.m. for him.
Oh, right.
So we're going to piss him off in the morning.
Oh, right. I thought you were referring to it's the start of the day for you. Well,
no, it's not. It's been long since I started my day. Yalla, peace out.
Bro, we know you got up a few hours ago. Don't lie.